and in this video I'm be talking about David Choe DVDASA podcast and that time where I fangirled like a little girl and screamed and lost my opportunity. Done one of them. I can't even speak. It feels like it's been a minute since I've actually done one of these things. So, if you don't know what David Choe is or who David Choe is, DVDASA, you don't want to hear anything about me screaming like a little girl, then hey, that's for you to choose. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this story was because this was a turning point in my life. See, going through university, you don't really have much, well, I didn't have much of a social life. I went through 2 to 3 hour lectures. I remember studying in my little room, dark room right now where I'm in, ironically, all the damn time. So one of the things I did get to do was watch a lot of YouTube videos, till this day too, and that included things like podcasts. The Joe Rogan definitely changed my life and changed my perspective, but another podcast that really changed my life was the David Asa podcast, the DVD ASA David Choe movement. And if you don't know who David Choe is the dude who hustled his butt off to went from 0 to a milli doing art for a living, going against the grain of the stereotypical artist and the stereotypical suit and tie and do his artist life. The whole Korean's gone bad. He is one of the guys that I looked up to. And how I actually met David Choe and the DVDASA crew was after filming a video of one of my own, why I make YouTube videos with Poi. So me and Poi were literally walking down the Granville Bridge, I would say it took around an hour to 2 hours of filming and me ranting about why I make videos. And it was during the time where people at work were making fun of me for still making videos, or people out there getting a lot of hate. My channel wasn't growing and I was really frustrated in my life. And it was the time where I started to change gears in my perspective on this whole YouTube game. So me and Poi were walking, we finished filming, went to a restaurant, we ate some food, and then we walked out of the restaurant. And then all of a sudden, I see Stevie Weeby, aka Kwang Oo, aka Bobby Lee's younger brother. And I was like, wait a minute, is that Steve Lee? Next thing you know, right beside him is Money Mark, the producer of Beastie Boys, musical genius, Money Mark. And I started screaming and fangirling like it wasn't even me. I was like, oh my god, sorry guys, I'm fangirling, can I get a picture of you guys? So we go and take that picture, and that's how I got that picture. And then all of a sudden, David Choe is literally on my right hand side. But I didn't even notice until after he took the picture and they ran away because they had to go watch a movie. And I was like, that was my one chance to tell him that, dude, the Choe method, Solo Ranch series 1, 2, and 3, that's something I listen to like religiously. And you're like, Peter, why didn't you just say something? And it's something I still have to get used to, whether that's you're like a celebrity and you're sometime of like famous, and you're someone who influenced me. It's something that I need to get used to, that to treat them as normal people, because instead of me fangirling, I could have like a deep one-on-one conversation and be like, what do you think about this? You changed this perspective in my life, and I want to say thank you. And it's something that I need to humble myself on, and I need to work on. So that was a story of the time where I met one of my mentors, one of my influences in my early stages of my early 20s, and really affected how I see things in life. And you're like, Peter, how the hell does listening to a podcast change your life and perspective on things? Well, if you're a university student stuck in the little damp room of your corner and feel like the world is gonna end and you can't really get out of whatever situation that you're in, I listen to this podcast day in and day out for 2 hours every Tuesdays and Thursdays. And whether that was on my computer or on my earphones going to school, it's something that I listen to, and it kind of stuck to my whole mentality of being around people that aren't necessarily, the greatest for me, or not having the most support, but listening to these self-development, these self-improving, and always trying to get better, always trying to do the best that I can. And these are the little insights of why the way that I am some of the time. I'm not go 100% of the time, but that was the little story that I wanted to share with you guys, and how I fangirled, where my perspective and my hustle comes from, and I'm always trying to get better. And that was my little story time, guys. It's been a while, but I'll see y'all in the next one. Deuces.